touched your breakfast.
I'm not hungry. You must hate me.
What do you mean?
I've caused everyone so much trouble. And you've got enough on your plate with people who are really sick.
You're very lucky to be alive, Linda.
Am I?
You might not feel like it yet, but it will. Now eat your breakfast. Your parents are coming in to see you this morning. You need to keep your strength up.
Where's Ned?
I gave him the morning off to go to the hospital.
Best thing. Poor kid. She's going to need their support after what she's been through.
Well, that's not how I see it. So, I think she should be ashamed of what she's put them through.
She was frightened, Jack. She didn't know where to turn.
Well, that's what families are supposed to be for, isn't it? Or maybe you think that's old-fashioned.
I don't think we can afford to be that judgmental.
Well, the way I see it is there's a difference between right and wrong. That's what we teach our kids. Now, if she'd gone to see Jan and Ned, they'd have seen her through it.
And if Robert had been able to talk to us, perhaps he would never have run away. People in glass houses and all that.
How are you feeling now, love?
Well, the doctor says I can get out of bed if I want. So I must be on the mend.
Best not overdo it, though, eh?
I brought you these magazines in case you get bored.
Thanks, Mum. Shouldn't you be at work, Dad?
Don't you worry about that. Jack's sent to have as much time off as I need. Everybody just wants you to get better.
I haven't got the flu, Dad. I've lost a baby. Well, some people say I murdered it.
I don't start talking like that.
Why not? It's the truth.
You're a young lass. You've got your whole life in front of you. All this is best forgotten.
I saw a machine at the end of the corridor, Ned. Why don't you go and get us a cup of tea?
Hey?
I could really do with one.
Oh, yeah, right.
Thanks, Mum.
You've got something to say, Linda. Let's get it off your chest.
I don't know where to start.
Oh, take your time, love. I'm here as long as you want me.
I was so frightened, Mum. Frightened and alone.
Did you mean to harm yourself? Or the baby? Or both?
I don't know. I just wanted it to be over with.
You should have come to me.
I'm sorry, Mum. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, love. I know.
Right, gotta be off to work.
Ew, what about your breakfast?
Well, there's no time. I'll pick some up when I get there.
Hang on, Biff.
What's up?
We took you in when you'd nowhere to go.
I know, Betty, and I'm really grateful
Oh,
for it.
give over. I'm not looking for thanks. It's the best day's work I ever did. You're a good lad. I look on you as one of my own, but... Well, I like to think that if ever you had any troubles, you'd come to me.
Can't hide much from you, can I?
What's wrong, love?
It's not me that's in trouble, Betty. It's somebody I care about, and I just don't know what I can do to help.
Kathy is going to be godmother. I've already asked her and she's agreed. So there's nothing to discuss.
And the fact that she happens to be my ex-wife isn't important.
Hey, the fact that she was at the birth's more important to me.
Well, I was there at the conception, which ought to count for something.
Chris, let me do this my way.
Well, let's at least have the party at Home Farm. It's bigger, so there'll be more room for guests.
And it'll please Frank.
Well, he's Joseph's grandfather.
Well, you remember what it was like when we stayed there? You'll just take over the whole christening. It'll become a Frank Tape Enterprises extravaganza. I want this to be our party at our house.
You just can't compromise, can you? You can never take the easy way out.
I don't want to make things easy for Frank. I don't like the way he's behaving. I mean, take this dingle business, for
Hey,
example.
you can't be defending them. They're just a bunch of layabouts.
No, it's the principle. He's putting profit before people, as usual. I'm going to go to the public meeting and I'm going to speak out.
Well, I guess you want me to break all this good news to Dad.
Well, here's your father.
It is not easy living with you sometimes, Rachel.
Stick with me, kid. It only gets better.
because of that.
She's asleep.
Did she say anything?
Just that she was sorry. There was a lot I could have said, maybe should have said, but looking at her, we could have lost her, Ned.
I know. Your tea's cold.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
We ought to be going. I've got to see Frank Tate about the tenancy.
You go. I'll stay here a while.
Right. I'll see them all back at lunchtime.
Home farm in the village.
Hey?
Don't want you go near the ways again. Have enough trouble as it is.
Yeah. See you later.
Well, you know what my feelings are. You'd be daft to give up this job. There's still plenty on the dole, you know.
Yeah, well, you want to tell Kathy that. I guess bottom line is she doesn't trust me, eh, Kim?
Well, you've only got yourself to blame. She was still bang out of order, especially now. The family's got enough to cope with, Lindy.
Hey up.
Hiya. Just go see Frank.
Good luck, Dad.
Yeah, and from me.
It's another thing. If I give up this job, Kim would see to it that my dad didn't get that tenancy. And Bracky's out.
Hiya.
Morning.
Hi, Ned. Come in. How's Linda?
Oh, she's coming home tomorrow.
Good. That'll be a weight off your mind, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right, Ned, let's get down to business. Holgate Farm. Sit down. The old boy was a bit past it towards the end. It's going to be a lot of hard work to bring it up to scratch.
Hey, I'm not scared of hard graft.
No, I'm sure you're not. Like son, like father. We've been delighted with everything young Dave's done up here, haven't we?
I don't know what we'd have done without him.
Holgate provided produce for the holiday farm shop. There's a packaging arrangement. We want the farm logo to be on everything. You will continue that.
Whatever you want.
Of course, you maybe wanted to consider diversifications up there.
Well, I haven't planned out as yet, you know.
Good, because I want to be consulted. Now, the Dingles. I've given them 2 weeks' notice. You'll not be bothered with them.
Well, there's a rumour flying around the village, you know.
Ned, let's get one thing straight. I make the decisions around here.
Right.
Home Farm Estate's the biggest employer around these parts. It's about time people started to appreciate that.
We're a team, and we expect members of that team to spread the word when it's needed.
I understand, Mrs. Tate.
Good. Let's shake on it, then.
Well, I hope you'll not be expecting support from us.
Not likely. You'd clean Frank Tate's boots with your tongue to get your hands on the old git farm.
Don't you speak to me like that.
Here, Jan, don't waste your time having a row with Mighty Mouth. She's not worth it.
And you've enough on your plate just now.
Aye. We know about Linda.
Oh, see.
We don't want to interfere, Jan, but if there's aught we can do to help, you know where to come.
Oh, hiya. I'm glad I caught you. Invitations for Joseph's christening. Seth and Betty.
Thanks.
Jan and Ned.
He'll be there, bless his little cotton socks.
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
I'm glad to see that Tina's getting the posters up. I hope we'll all be there too.
I won't.
No, well, it's a bit difficult for her and Ned with tenancy coming up.
Yeah, I suppose so, but we need a good turnout. It's about time Frank Tate had his wings clipped.
I'll drink to that.
Give over.
Probably be all round village, so might as well tell you myself. About our Linda.
Ned's a good, solid bloke, isn't he? I think the farm's in good hands.
Yeah. I doubt you'll be quite so pleased about this. Invitation to Joseph's christening.
Well, I hope they've given us plenty of notice. There's the catering to organise. Everything's got to be just right for little Josie.
It's not going to be here, Frank.
What?
They're holding it at Mill Cottage.
Well, I'm going to have to put them straight on that one. It's not near big enough.
You haven't heard the best bit yet. Kathy Bates is godmother.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, well, it's the baby I feel sorry for. Having her as a role model could traumatise him for life.
What does Chris think he's playing at?
I doubt he had much to do with it. I reckon this is Rachel thumbing her nose at us.
I'm going to have a word with him. It's about time he learned how to keep that one in her place.
Hey, do us a favour, eh? Go easy on Jan.
Why should I?
Well, it's Linda. She's in hospital. She took a jab to get rid of her baby.
It's her own fault, isn't it? I'd never do out that stupid.
No? Well, your pregnancy, well, look, weren't exactly a triumph, were it?
Look, I don't want to fall out with you, Jan. I know how much this farm means to you.
Be like a dream come true for him.
Oh, I know. I understand how you feel.
We've got it.
Oh, Ned, that is wonderful! Congratulations. I'll leave you to your celebrations. More invitations to deliver.
It's about time this family had a bit of luck. Maybe this'll be the turning point for us.
I thought all this was going to be yours and Sam's one day. Sorry, son.
It's not your fault, Dad.
Hey, we're not giving up yet, you know. Our Tina's out and our Sam putting posters up. There's plenty of fight left in us.
But the likes of Frank Tate are used to winning. Can get the best lawyers, pay bribes if they have to.
Money talks, Mum.
Aye. And all it says to the likes of us is goodbye.
Well, thanks, Rachel. I'll be proud to be godfather.
It's what Joe would have wanted. Would you like the christening gown? It's all clean and pressed from Victoria.
Oh, yes, Sarah, thanks. Best keep up traditions.
Hi, Ned. How's Linda?
Ah, she's on the mend, thanks.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
We were just planning the celebrations for young Joseph's christening.
Ah, great stuff.
I expect Jan and Ned will be planning their own celebrations. Well, forgetting the Holgate Farm tenancy. I'm sorry, didn't you know? I thought everyone in the village seemed to...
Everyone except me.
Look, it's not how it seems, Jack.
I gave you time off to go and see Linda. Now I find out you've been sneaking around home farm, feathering your nest. Is that what you call loyalty?
I didn't want to say out until I was sure.
Well, now you've got what you wanted, you can sling your hook.
You what?
I don't want to see you on my land anymore. Got that?
Oh, sorry. Is it okay if I can visit Linda now?
Of course, come in. Perhaps I could have a quick word with the two of you together about the implications of all this.
Biff isn't the father. If he was, I wouldn't be in here.
Right. Sorry. Look, I'll leave you to your visit.
I didn't think you'd come.
What are you on about?
Didn't think you ever want to see me again after what I've done.
Don't be daft.
Maybe it'd be better if you hadn't.
Linda, you know how I feel about you.
Everything's changed, Biff. It'll never be the same again.
It will.
Mum didn't say much. Maybe she never will. I could see it in her eyes.
Look, stop being so hard on yourself.
I know how she feels about abortion. I've heard it often enough. Of course she was talking about those sort of girls. The ones I shouldn't mix with. I never thought it could be me.
Oi. It should be Danny that's taking the blame, not you.
No, I was a fool. I should have seen what it was really like.
Isn't there anything that I can do?
Hold me, Biff. Hold me.
It's about time you put your foot down, son.
Well, that's an unfortunate choice of phrase.
You know what I mean.
The idea of Kathy being godmother is completely ridiculous.
Look, it's Rachel's choice.
Don't you have any control over her?
Well, frankly, no, I don't. Rachel does what she thinks is right. I may not always agree with it and like it, but I admire her for it.
Well, maybe it's time you thought where your loyalties ought to be.
It's just a christening, Kim, not World War III. But I suppose I better tell you, Rachel's also involved with this public meeting tonight about Holgate Farm.
You're not going to defend her on that?
Like I said, she does what she thinks is right.
But you're still a shareholder in Home Farm Estates. And I'm entitled to expect some backing on this one, Chris.
Of course.
I'm going to go to that meeting too. It's about time someone told the village the real facts.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Dad.
Oh, you're going to do more than that, son. You've earned a lot of money out of this company over the years. Now's your chance to earn it. You're going to go to that meeting too, and you're going to be backing me all the way.
I thought she was going to die. At least she's off the machines now.
Well, there was nothing you could have done, Biff. I mean, you didn't even know what was happening.
But why didn't she tell me? I thought we were getting on really well. If she'd have trusted me, she'd have said something. Then at least I could have tried to help.
Jan and Ned will be saying exactly the same.
If I ever catch up with Danny Weir again, I'll kill him.
Hey, now I don't want to hear any of that sort of talk. Ned's going along that road and it'll do no good to no one. Linda wants help, not a war.
So what should I do?
Just be there for her.
Maybe that's not what she wants.
It's what she needs.
I don't suppose I can blame Jack. I'd have been angry if I'd have been in his shoes.
Well, we've done nothing wrong. You'd have given him notice if he'd given you the chance.
There's no need for that now, anyway. I just hope there's no problems with the tenancy.
Aye.
Hey, Cocker.
Me and Kelly will be off out tonight.
Oh, don't tell me you've saved up enough to take your pictures again.
No, we're off to the meeting.
Since when have you been into that sort of thing?
Kelly reckons we should take an interest in local politics. It's important.
Oh, aye. Well, if she can talk sense into people and help get rid of the dingles, I'm all for it.
I know. She thinks we should be organising against Tates. It's a typical example of an uncaring big business.
Well, that's all we need. Linda in hospital and our Roy turn into Chairman Mao.
It'll just be a phase he's going through, Ned, like stamp collecting.
Oh, you think so? Well, I haven't signed the tenancy yet, Jan. And if people give Frank enough trouble, he might just decide to forget it.
Last one.
What do you think, Mum?
It's perfect.
Are you going to give the troops a pep talk before they go into battle?
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm very proud of you both. And, well, I think that Frank Tate's going to be dead sorry that he ever started this fight.
Hooray! Come on, let's go!
Right.
Oh, Helen Ackroyd, Hot and Courier. What do you hope to achieve from this meeting, Mr. Dingle?
Justice.
Well,
come on.
Justice.
Yeah.
Here we go. 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 Here we go.
Oh, Mr. Tate, anything for the Hot and Courier?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Home Farm Estates have brought prosperity and employment to Emmerdale, and our continued policy of expansion can only do good for the area. If the actions of a few irresponsible people caused a rethink of those plans, the effect could be disastrous for the local economy and would certainly include a rise in unemployment. There's a copy there, love, if you haven't got it all down. And I want it printed in full, please. Thank you. Thanks for showing up, lads. I know I can count on your support.
It's a shame some people don't know where their loyalties should be.
We better not sit together. Don't want to remind your dad that you're sleeping with the enemy.
Bad news. Jack sacked me because of tenancy.
You're joking.
If it don't work out, Dingles aren't going to be only ones that's homeless.
No, Zach.
So you better keep it real sweet with Frank and Kim.
This is our meeting, not his.
Yeah, we need somebody to talk with a bit of authority. Go on, Mr. Pollard. You can say the right.
Here.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Village Hall. This meeting has been called because the Holgate Farm dispute has highlighted concern for rural housing.
Hang on a minute.
There are many people who are worried that families who've had roots around here for generations are being squeezed out in the interests of holidaymakers.
Rubbish.
Holidaymakers, I might add, who have little or indeed no respect for our beautiful countryside.
What are you talking about? I'm just trying to get my hands on what is right.
I will have an orderly meeting. Everybody will get their chance to speak. After all, that is what democracy is all about, is it not?
It is.
I can't believe you could be so pig-headed.
I couldn't just let him get away with it, could I?
You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Who do you think's going to help you with topping? Because it isn't going to be me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the meeting. I suggest you use the time to think things over.
No, I don't know much about public speaking. I'm just an ordinary bloke, me, like the rest of you. But Mr. Tate says that he's making money for the village. And that's why he's putting us on the streets.
Rubbish! I'm putting you out because you have no right to be there.
Keep order. I shall have to ask you to leave, Frank.
Thank you, Mr. Pollard. Well, it seems to me that he's making money for the Tates, as I've not seen much of it get to the rest of us. Now, you may not like us. You may not care if we go or if we stay. But think on this. It could be any one of you next time if your family get in the way of the Tates. So I think it's about time we all stood together on this and said, no! No!
Now, I've had my rows with the Dingles. I think you all know about that. And I don't suppose we'll ever see eye to eye, but the Dingles belong here. They were born and bred here, and that's a lot more important.
I've had enough.
Anything.
Sit down, Frank. I will
said I could speak.
Only when you're called.
I just called myself.
This is totally out of order.
Shut up. There's been enough lies told here tonight. It's about time you listen to the facts. The Dingles aren't some harmless bunch of yokels. They're a pack of thieves with a string of criminal convictions as long as your arm.
You can't say that, can you, Mr. Pollard?
I will ask you to temper your language.
They've had their say, now I'm having mine. There are laws in this country to deal with people like them.
He doesn't care for us and we don't care for him.
I'm happy to put my faith in the law of the land, because that's what you're taking on, and you have to face the consequences.
So let him tarry, let him sink, or let him swim. He doesn't care for us and we don't care for him. He's the boss and we're the workers, and the once his day is done. The workers' day is coming like the rising of the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, and if you enjoyed tonight, you're going to love tomorrow night at the Woolpack. We're having a special Save the Dingles fundraiser.
Still looks better on you.
Card from Tubby Turner. Not much point. He's back tomorrow, isn't he?
Aye.
So he's not going to miss a bottle of whiskey then for tonight's raffle?
Why didn't you ask me about doing fundraising before announcing it?
Oh, not sulking, are you, Terence?
All I'm saying is that these things need properly organising.
I'm just trying to raise some money for me poor homeless family. Don't you worry about it. I can sort it out.
Hey, I was thinking of wearing this shirt today.
Got everything?
Wallet, credit cards, phone, keys, and an appointment with a solicitor. The only thing I'm lacking at the moment is popularity.
You're very popular with me.
That's all that matters. See you later.
Bye.
See, you washed the car then. I told you it was going to rain. I'll make us a quick brew, shall I, before I start on the south fencing?
If you weren't so pig-headed, you'd have Ned working on the south fencing.
Look, I'm not getting into all that again. I couldn't let Ned get away with it, and that's that.
What do you mean, get away with it? You can't blame him for taking the opportunity of working for himself.
I can't be doing with arguing with you. I'm just going to have a quick cuppa and then there's work to be done.
Of course, they can't invite everybody to christening. Just family and close friends.
Well, I hope you have a nice time.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I'm just sorry we won't be seeing you there.
I'm not bothered about going to some christening. You've got to get all dressed up, listen to a load of screaming babies.
It's funny, isn't it, how me and Seth seem to be invited everywhere? It must be just that we're a popular couple.
Well, I hope you still have time to go to the meeting at the Dingles with all your socialising.
Oh, yes, because Frank Tate's not going to be allowed to get away with that eviction. I'll be there. Shall we go together?
Well, we might as well. Shall I call for you about 12? We'll show him what ordinary people can do.
See you.
Bye.
Oh, hello, Frank. Thanks ever so much for the invitation.
Good.
We feel really privileged.
See you there. Hope you enjoy the occasion.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Bye.
Hi. I was told Dave Glover was here.
Just missed him, Frank. You could try Kathy's tea shop.
Be nice to catch him working.
I know what you mean, Frank. Workers today, eh?
Why didn't you just tug your forelock and have done with it?
How many people are we expecting? Don't know, maybe a dozen. How many do you reckon will turn up, Nellie? With the seating to arrange.
I don't know, maybe 10.
What are you scribbling at, anyway?
I'm writing to people who can help us.
Who like?
John Major, the Queen, Terry Wogan.
Terry Wogan?
Read us one out, ma'am. Read us a letter to Terry Wogan, ma'am.
Right. Dear Terry, and the top of the morning to you.
Mum's written it in Irish.
Hiya. It's just passing. Thought I'd see how you were.
That's up to you, really, isn't it?
Kathy, you're asking an awful lot of me packing in a good job.
I deserve a lot from you after you letting me down so badly.
Surely I've apologised enough. I've explained exactly what's happened.
Well, you know exactly what else you have to do.
I love you. Surely that's all that matters. Kim knows that. She can't blackmail me now.
Well, I can't be sure of that till you're well away from her. And the only way I can be sure is for you to finish working at Home Farm.
Early lunch break, Dave?
Yeah, it is now.
As loyal subjects of your Majesty, we ask nothing more than to be able to serve you from the security of our own home, where we could remain in readiness to fight your wars, till your land, and defend the realm. Yours sincerely, Nellie Dingle, what do you think?
Poetry, Nellie. Sheer poetry.
Okay.
Right, if I could have your attention. Thank you. Now, we all know why we're here.
We live here.
Give order.
The point is, we all support your right to carry on living here, and we have to decide how best to campaign to achieve that conclusion.
That. What a speaker.
We have to plan our strategy. Now, Rachel has agreed to take the minutes of the meeting, and Nellie has very kindly provided refreshment.
Yes, all get stuck in, everybody, you know. Don't stand on ceremony.
I've already eaten, thanks.
Ring up now. That consultant must have been on his rounds. Go on, Terry, I'm not bothered about you using the phone.
Terry, is it all right if I just use the phone for a minute?
No problem. Cheers, Tel.
Same again, Terry. And if I went to pensioner on hard times, I'd offer you one, Ned.
Well, that's the closest you've ever been to buying me a pint, Seth. I'm touched.
I could do with it and all. He's just lost his job.
Oh, Ned, I'm sorry to hear that. What's happened?
Jack sacked me when he found out I was taking a tenancy. And the problem is the tenancy's not big enough to sustain us, so I want to keep my job up at Emmerdale Farm.
Oh, but he still needs you, don't he?
Seems like not anymore. Coming home, is she?
We can pick her up in a couple of hours, thank God.
Oh, that's the best bit of news I've heard in a while.
It's a pity Jack's being so awkward with you.
Can I have a word outside, Ned?
Yeah.
Have you got them crisps? Cheers.
Oh, I'm sorry, lad. I forgot we're talking to Ned.
2 packets of cheese and onion, Terry, please.
Coming up.
Come to your senses yet?
What do you mean?
Moving Tina Dingle in here with you. You must be out of your mind. She's naught but trouble, you know. You're going to come unstuck if you're not careful.
Hey, it's Terry Woods you're talking to, and I'm totally in control.
Luke said the same thing. He's dead now, remember?
I was a bit hasty, Ned. Bit selfish, if the truth be known. Only thinking about me and mine, not seeing your point of view.
So we're on then. I'm back at Emmerdale as usual, until I take up the tenancy.
Aye. Then part-time after that.
Good solution all round. The women will be delighted.
There is one thing, though.
What's that?
It's your round.
Jack, this is the second bit of good news I've had in the last 3 minutes. It'd be a pleasure to buy you a pint.
And to sum up...
Don't say that, Pollard. Our Sam will think he's back in court.
Tina will take charge of press relations and local fundraising. Butch to see to direct action. Zach to look after the defences of this property. Viv to liaise with organisations dealing with homeless and action groups similar to our own. Rachel to be our campaign secretary. And last but not least, Nellie and Betty to do the catering.
And what will you be doing, Eric?
I'm the campaign coordinator.
I hope you're not swinging the lead because you're sleeping with the mistress of the house.
On a legitimate break. Just having to think, that's all.
Fiancé trouble?
Job trouble. Thinking it might be time for a change.
You're not thinking of packing this job in, are you?
If it's the only way I can prove to Kathy how much I feel for her, I'll have to.
Ah, ultimatum time from her, is it?
Something like that.
Yeah, well, it's not just Kathy that can play that game. It'd be a pity to see you and your family reduced to living in a caravan again. Because that's what it'd come to, if you've no farm to move into.
You won't do that.
If she can be ruthless enough to force you out of your job, then I can threaten you with withdrawing the offer on the farm tenancy.
It's my mum and dad's business. It's got nothing to do with what's gone on between us.
It's whatever I choose it to be.
And what's Frank going to say about it?
I'd just convince him that it was his decision. Think what's good for your parents. They've been under a lot of strain recently with Linda. Don't cause them any further problems by thinking of resigning from your job here.
You really are an evil woman, Kim.
Particularly in black lingerie, hey, David? Now remember, and think carefully about your future. Don't cross me.
Hey, Mum. What's up?
Good news, love.
I could do with a barn full of that. Is that all, Linda?
Yep, she's coming home. Do you want to come with us to pick her up?
I can't, Mum. Frank Tate's caught me skiving once today. He's showing his tough side with all this eviction business.
Oh, I know. It's just that I'm so delighted about Linda. I just want to share it with everyone.
Well, Dad'll be going along with you, won't he?
Oh, yeah. Look, I can't find our Roy, as ever, but when he does turn up, can you make sure he's there when we bring our Linda home? I want us all to be together.
Sure, Mum.
Right, well, I best get off before Frank or Kim catch me distracting you. It's great, though, isn't it, today? Linda coming home, and us with a new found to look forward to. Things are looking up, Dave.
Yep. See you, Mum.
Bye, love. Hello, Dave.
Hey, John, sorry I can't stop. I'll see you later. Just got to check in on a timesheet. You all right, boss?
No. And don't associate me with any bosses.
Ooh. Kim been sexually harassing you again, then, has she?
Shut up, Biff. This is serious.
What's up?
I told her that I might be packing my job in. And she's threatening to stop us getting farm tenancy if I do it.
And Kathy's still insisting you should pack it in?
Yep. I don't know what to do, Biff.
Well, one way or t'other, you're going to come unstuck, aren't you?
Oh, thanks very much.
Well, what do you want me to say? I told you so. You should have never got involved with Kim in the first place.
I want you to try and help me out with this mess.
Tell her you'll tell Frank all about her if she messes with the tenancy.
Oh, why? What good's that going to do? Frank will definitely stop us getting farm if he finds out about me and Kim.
Well, I don't know what to say, mate. It's all right.
And I don't want to cause me mum and dad any worry at the moment. I mean, Linda's coming home tonight. And it'll ruin them if they find out they won't get a new farm to move into.
She's definitely coming home, is she?
Aye, my mum just said. She also pointed out what a great future we've got to look forward to.
Oh, good. Be nice to see Linda home again.
Expect you'll be wanting to have a word with me as head of the family.
Dad, it's all sorted. He's just running through the questions he's going to ask me, Mum. I've been through the answers with her.
And what'll the great British public think of me? Eh? A man saying that like this woman talk for him.
Well, I don't think your image is going to be tarnished, Mr. Dingle. It is 1995. Women have been allowed to express their opinions for quite some time now.
You winding me up?
Dad, he's on our side.
Do you think we could get on?
Get on what?
Dad, where are you going?
I'm here.
What's that you've got there?
Zach Dingle, what are you doing?
I'm showing what kind of man I am.
What are you on about?
If I can't speak, then I'm going to show the world that I'm the strong, silent, Bible-reading, God-fearing man of principle. That's my image.
Dad, it's the radio. How are people going to know that you're a Bible-reading, God-fearing what's-it?
Reporter will tell 'em, won't he?
Right, can we get on, please?
I'm all right here next to wife, aren't I?
No, you put me off my line.
Oh, thank you very much. She'll be opening supermarkets next, will you, Mother?
Shut it! Now, let's get on with it. We've got our house to save.
Right. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Mrs. Dingle?
Yes.
Yeah. Mrs. Dingle, can you tell us how you first heard of the threat of homelessness to you and your family?
Yes. We was just about to start the day's work. My husband, Zach, well, he does as much as he can, you know, that his crippling rheumatism will allow. And my sons, Sam and Butch, they try to grow a few vegetables. My daughter, Tina, she's studying and she's hoping against hope to become a social worker. And me, I spend all my days caring for them. I thought my Zach was going to pass out with shock, you see. The kids said, "What's up, Mum? You look ashen." I said, "It's Frank Tate, our millionaire landlord. He wants to evict us from our home of 3 generations."
How can they broadcast things like this?
It's called democracy.
Democracy? It's diabolical. We advertise our holiday village on this station, don't we?
Yes.
Well, not anymore. And I'm going to ring them and tell them.
You're missing what she's saying.
I just broke down and I cried.
Oh, this is scandalous. This isn't news reporting, it's a party political broadcast on behalf of the Dingle Party.
Don't you think you might just be taking a sledgehammer to crack on that?
No, I'm going about things within the law and within my own responsibilities to my company. Our property is our income, and that land that they're squatting on is now ripe for development. It's as simple as that. I can't be seen to let them get away with it.
Take it easy, Frank. It's all emotional from their point of view. The law doesn't deal in emotions. It deals in facts and rights, and they're all on our side.
Yeah, maybe so, but there's a lot of local sympathy for them. Don't underestimate that.
Turn that prat off. Hello, my name is Frank Tate, and I want to speak to the station manager. Or whoever else is in charge.
Yeah, you know, if Dingles win, we'll end up being their neighbours.
Don't worry, they won't beat Frank Tate.
Well, I'm not worried. I think it'd be brilliant, because they get blamed for everything then, won't they?
Well, they won't be there, I hope. Where do you think you're going?
Well, I don't want to be here when she gets back. I don't know what to say to her.
Well, you don't have to mention it. Hey, just be here when they arrive and go out later on.
Does it hurt having an abortion?
I don't know. I think it's more to do with what's going on in her head.
You don't mean she's mental, do you?
No, don't be daft. I mean, it'll just take a lot out of her, that's all. We'll just have to be more gentle with her, till she's better. Come on.
Hey, you sure you don't want to come down to the pub with us? It'll be a cracking night.
Yeah, our team is knocking off managers, so there's bound to be free ale.
Shut it, Sam.
And there'll be a raffle.
Yeah, it's for a mohair suit. You know what? It'll just fit you.
All right, go and get it, Tina.
Right.
Used to be farmers next door. No use to him anymore. He's dead.
Look, you can still buy some tickets even if you don't come down to the pub. They're 7 for £2.
All right.
How are we going to get it to you if you win?
Well, you can ring my office. Even if I don't win, you could keep in touch, just to let me know how the campaign's getting on.
All right, I'll do that. See ya.
Bye.
Ja. Thanks very much for all you've done. What a nice lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad start, eh? And that's before we start selling them in the pub.
I reckon we should auction it.
Make more money with a plate.
Not if people really wanted to buy it. Give us your knife, Dad. Here, Mum. Sam, go and get Dad's old wallet from the drawer over there. Mum, hold this.
What are you doing, lass? What are you doing? It's a good jacket, is that?
Right, come here. What does this feel like to you?
Wallet full of money.
Which my two thick brothers haven't noticed yet, but some greedy beggar will.
And think they've dropped on a wad of money. We'll auction it.
Hiya. How are you?
Not so bad. She's exhausted. Sit yourself down, I'll get you something to eat.
I'm not hungry, Mum, honestly.
Well, not like you to have now to say for yourself.
Can't you say you're pleased to see her or something?
You don't look any different, you know.
What do you have to say that for?
Don't have a go at him. He doesn't know what to say.
I'll put the kettle on.
The main thing is she's home, aren't you, love? Oh, well, let's have a nice cup of tea, yeah?
Right, I'm off to Woolpack.
Ah, well, don't let it be seen that you're siding with the Dingles. Remember who you work for. I don't want you upset with us getting the farm.
I'm not stupid.
All right, don't bite me head off.
I'm off out too.
Where to?
Out.
Ah, well, don't be late. Think on.
Right, I'll see you. Hey. I will take it easy, right?
Yeah, bye.
Well, sit down, love. You're standing there like a tailor's dummy.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm shattered.
It's going to take some getting over, is this?
Don't worry, love. We'll manage.
What sort of a country is it that allows a family like the Dingles airtime to put their case forward and won't allow a respectable businessman the right to reply?
Well, they might have if you hadn't got stuck into abusing the radio station as soon as you got through to the duty manager.
It was understandable.
But bad tactics. At the moment, the Dingles are one up on us. Perhaps we should be having a fundraising night down at the Woolpack.
I think it's a disgrace. They wouldn't allow it if Alan Turner was around. Let me know what goes on there tonight, Chris.
Well, they're hardly likely to let me know their battle plans, are they?
I want to know who's there and what they're going to do to support them. If they're going to start using dirty tactics like that broadcast, I'll take them on at their own game.
Hey, it'll look good on you, this, Seth.
I'm not a suit man.
Look, just feel the quality. I bet you'd love to see him looking smart wearing this, Betty, wouldn't you?
He's smart enough for me.
When is this auction?
It's very soon. Are you interested?
Aye, I am.
Ah, good man.
All right, mate.
All right.
Haven't missed much.
No, not really. They're touting round some old suit and Terry's donated a bottle of whiskey for wrap. That's about it. Is all Linda at home?
Yeah, she's at home, but she's not really with us, if you know what I mean.
I was thinking I got to see her. What do you reckon?
Leave it well, eh? Do you want a pint?
No, I'll get him. You're all right.
Come on, you go. Look at me, Butch. I'm a smart dresser. I wouldn't be seen dead in something like that.
It's mole hair.
Listen to him. Mole hair.
It is, Mum said.
Feel it. Interested?
Might be.
Come on.
When I start bidding for that suit, don't say a word.
You're not serious.
I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
He's asleep. He's restless, but asleep.
It's probably the best thing.
The best thing would have been if none of this had happened. God, it makes my blood boil to think how he used her.
It's no use getting yourself in a state. We're going to have to stand by her, and that's all we can do now.
But she's gone through all this, and she's just a child. Could mar the rest of her life.
It's the sort of thing that only ever happens to other people. So we mustn't let it get to us.
A reasonable bid from Mr. Armstrong. Do I hear 17 anywhere? 17 anywhere?
20.
£20 bid I have. £20 on the back there. £20. Any more at £20? Do I hear
25.
£25. For £25, then we'll down at 25.
26.
£26.
Are you drunk, Seth?
£26.
30.
£30 on the back there.
Don't you dare.
£30 bid on the behind the bar there. £30.
35.
£35 with Mr. Armstrong.
Let him have
We're all
it,
out
you
at 35
silly old
with you,
dodderer.
Mr. Armstrong. At £35, I will done at £35.
40.
A £40 bid with Mr. Armstrong. Going once, going twice, not a last time with Mr. Armstrong.
Better is the poor man walking in his simplicity than the rich in crooked ways.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been suggested that we have a bit of a sing-song. Hey! And then we'll have the raffle for a bottle of Alan Turner's finest single malt whiskey. But first, we're going to pass a bucket or two around you for any loose change or loose notes that you might have for such a worthy cause. Now, come on, dig deep, folks, and I'll sing you the first few lines of my next big hit. It's entitled Tubby Turner, the Absentee Landlord. It's always happier when the landlord is away. I don't know where he is, but I hope MP he'll stay. But Tubby Turner's whiskey will help to fight the cause. So dig deep and I'll take requests after the applause.
I think a word in the living quarters would be appropriate.
Do you want to buy a raffle ticket, Alan? It's for one of your bottles of whiskey.